All right, hello everybody and welcome back to the Kesgrave Panthers Podcast. Today, our guest is the 2019 over 50s World Champion Paddy Wenn. Paddy, how are you feeling today?
Oh, very well, thanks. How are you, my man?
Yeah, I'm good. So we'll start off with our first three questions as usual, and that is, how did you get into cycle speedway, Paddy?
I used to pop down a little park down the road called Slowbottom Park where Galley Pirates used to ride, and used to go and watch them when I was about 11 or 12. And in 1979, I asked Rod with him if I could actually join the club. And he said to me, funny enough, he said, this is the last match of the season, so I'll take your phone number and I'll ring you back next season. But I never got a phone call. But I later found out they actually folded after that match. So I tried for Galley Pirates. But the following year, went up to Helston, which is where I come from, because they got a track up in Helston where Norwich used to ride. And that's when it all started, 1980.
So 41 years you've now been riding.
Well, I give up after 12 years, then came in 2012.
Okay.
Back 10 years now, 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, so that basically covers our second question, which is when did you start? And so you say you first rode cycle speedway, and where was it?
At Helston.
Oh, yeah. What can you remember, like, what the track was like there? Was it like wide, narrow banks?
No, it's very tight, tight. It was quite long, but it was very tight corners. That was you get a lot of the big tracks. You really get the big riders come along, and they used to get caught over that. But similar to Kesgrave with the tight corners, but banked. You used to get a lot of the old fast riders used to get caught out on the bends.
Yeah,
quite fun.
Yeah, sounds a bit like Hellingly when nobody knows when you've been there, and then you just go into the first corner and everybody's in the fence.
That'll help slightly downhill.
Yeah. All right, so we'll move on to a few normal questions. And what's your favourite track?
Actually, my favourite track is Hellingly.
Oh yeah.
I loved it when they had, because that's a different surface. They had limestone.
Yeah.
That's like a thinking man's track. You can't go hell for leather around there. You know, that's a nice little tight track. I love the little tight corners and everything. I do like, and I love the setting there. That's beautiful little setting there, picturesque with the old pits where you sit on the old tree stumps and that sort of thing. That's beautiful. Yeah, I do love riding there.
Yeah, I really like that track, like especially when because I'll race there in the Southeast GP. When the little ones, they always take the really tight lines, but in Division 2, there's just one rut that carries you around the whole way in the first corner, and it's so nice.
Yeah. I do like that. Very good.
Yeah. So would you say you have any least favourite tracks?
Yeah, Northumbria. That's always windy.
Yeah.
That's all 6 miles away from the North Sea, up Newcastle, and the wind is awful. I mean, yeah, that is. Yeah, always cut across. That's horrible.
Yeah,
the wind.
Yeah, I've never been there, but it doesn't really. It's like Heverset. Every time we ride there, it's pretty much raining and it's painful. Yeah. Do you have I don't know. Do you have a favourite team riding partner that you've ever ridden with, like maybe for Great Britain or Norwich?
Yeah. Well, for Norwich, it's got to be Andre Cross because I've had like 2 lots of cycle speedway, 80s and 90s, and now I would say in years gone by, it's got to be Andre Cross. He always used to say to me, if there weren't a gap, you'd make one. But we seem to click, we seem to move really well together. And my favourite rider at the moment has got to be Norman Benson.
Oh, yeah.
For G. Oh, he's just so great to ride with. He talked to you all the way around, like you should do as a team partner. He talked around. He's great to ride with. He's my favourite partner to ride with, definitely.
Yeah. So, do you have any superstitions?
No, I don't really believe in superstitions, to be honest. But I have to wear a certain pair of socks for cycling. Bicycles on them, believe it or not. I have to wear. I'm not superstitious as such, but
Yeah.
if I'm on, then I'm not happy.
Do you remember what your first meeting was and like where it was?
Yes, it was July 1980 at Somersham. Yeah, at Somersham. Somersham, we rode against, that was Norwich B team. We rode against Somersham B team. Me and my mate who I started with in the early days, we made our debut at Somersham. We won 95-91.
Oh.
Points I scored, I can't remember that far back, but yeah, at Somersham B.
Yeah, good way to make your debut for the club, that is.
Yeah.
So what is the best advice you've been given, or is it the one where if there's no gap, you'll make one?
Now, the best advice I've ever been given was when I first started. I said to one of the riders, "Well, what do you do?" He said, "Well, basically, you ride it like you stole it." What do you mean? You say you get on it and you pedal like Mary, as though someone's chasing you, so you get on it and you pedal. And that's how I ever sort of done it, you got to basically sprint racing. So basically the sort of the best advice I've ever been given, get on it and you pedal.
Yeah. Do you have like a biggest inspiration, like somebody you look up to or something that you want to complete every time you get on the track, something like that?
My biggest inspiration in cycling, it's got to be Jimmy Varnish. I got to the under-18 British final in 1984, and he rode in the senior final. I watched that afterwards. He was just awesome. It was just the speed and his style, and that was just amazing. And I've always sort of want to be like him.
Yeah.
But we all dream, can't we? But yeah, he's racing, I remember one race, we had a individual meeting down at Eaton Park, and Jimmy was invited, and I had to race against him. And come out the first bend, I held him at the gate. Obviously, by the second bend, he was about 3 bikes lengths in front of me. And we're coming to the pits. Jimmy, what happened to you on the first bend? He go, ain't where you start, that's where you finish. And I was like, oh. Just, I was speechless. But he's my inspiration, definitely. Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite meal that you eat before you race, or is it just whatever's in the fridge you eat?
No. I'm very strict with what I eat. I like to eat spaghetti bolognese mainly the night before, slow releasing energy, things like that. Chicken. I'm very sort of carbohydrates and that. Yeah. Well, during match days, I hardly eat anything. I don't like to race on a full stomach or anything like that. But I'm very particular what I eat, Red, to be honest, before the race.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah,
it's really, really good. Well, when it's made right, that is. So move on to the quick fire round now. So I'll ask you a series of questions. You've just got to give me whatever comes to your head, really. So, what is your favourite takeaway?
My favourite takeaway?
Yeah.
Domino's pizzas.
Oh yeah, they're good. If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you'd buy?
Probably a house.
Oh yeah. Do you have a favourite pizza topping?
No, I'm very boring actually. Just margarita with extra cheese and ham. That's all I have. Yeah. I'm very boring.
Yeah. So, favourite drink?
or alcohol.
Yeah. Doesn't
Or
matter.
coffee, or at the moment I'm rather partial to Tyskie, the old Polish lager. Very nice.
Yeah. Following on from Matt Parr last time, what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, I'm a bit of a fussy eater if I don't really eat. I'm not. Now I don't eat anything.
Oh, okay.
Ain't that haggis or squid or anything like that. No, I'm not. No. I can't answer that one, mate. To be honest.
No, that's fine. What was your first car?
Austin Allegro.
Oh, yeah.
All Austin, all aggro. Every time that went wrong.
What's your favourite sports team?
Leeds United.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Do you have a I don't know, favourite movie? Favourite TV show?
Favorite TV show? Got to be I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Don't like any of the other reality shows, to be honest. But then again, they're all becoming the same sort of things now, aren't they? Favorite movie? Got to be The Champ.
Don't think I've ever watched that one. No.
That's a really old one.
Yeah, might.
You'll watch it.
Yeah. All right, so go back into some normal questions now. So I don't know. If there was one rule you could change or bring into Cycle Speedway, what would it be?
I would have to say no when you move at the gate, no exclusions.
Yeah.
Basically, don't exclude someone because like you could travel like 200 miles to this meeting, and if you move in your first race, you're basically messed up the whole chance of winning the whole meeting. So I would say don't exclude them, but move them one bike's length back.
Yeah.
So obviously that's widening the grid a bit for the concrete. Otherwise they'll skid on the shale. But yeah, I think move them back one bike's length on the grid rather than it.
Yeah, that sounds fair. I don't really know what I'd do. It's like, because that's like what they do in motorbike speedway, isn't it?
Oh, really? I don't follow that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But,
they move them back 15 meters if they touch the tapes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So, do you have a most embarrassing moment at a meeting?
Yeah. Yeah, I was indoor racing at Norwich about 1990, 89, 90. A decision went against me. The referee made a decision which I didn't agree with, and I wasn't at all happy. And I had quite a few riders convinced, because I wanted to go and have a chat with him, and I had quite a few riders convincing me not to go and talk to him. They were sort of basically dragging me back into the pits. I was not happy. And we used to get a little write-up in the paper after all these meetings, and the headlines of this write-up was When's Paddy. There was nothing about how wonderful the cycling was all weekend. That was all about the strop I got, and that was the title was When's Paddy. And and that was I made such a fool of myself that day. Yeah, so yeah.
I don't think I've had anything quite that embarrassing happen to me while I've been racing. Yeah, so we know you won the World Championships in 2019. Could you describe what that felt like?
Unbelievable. That was just unbelievable. I've never won any major title since I've started, and to win the big one that was just unbelievable. I still can't believe it now. Sometimes still pinch myself. Still for every single race I've done, and that's awesome feeling. well worth the wait.
Yeah, like first time I won the British teams, it was my first ever national meeting. I didn't really know what I was going in for, and I still didn't like. I didn't really know what I'd won. What like even after we'd won it, but like the same year when I won the individuals, I knew what I'd won like because I'd done the teams, and it just felt like the British felt good. So I can't even imagine what the like winning the worlds feels like.
Yeah, that's the one to win if you want to win anything, you know.
Yeah, good
I've
advice.
come British. I've had a run off the first couple of years ago at Bury. I lost to Steve Harris, and the year before, me and Norman Venter on. Whoever won that last race was the British champion. So I've come second twice. Norman knocked me. He come underneath me on the corner, and as they say, he took me to the paper shop. I didn't think I was going to hit me that hard. I didn't think I was going to. He definitely wanted to win it that day. So yeah, I've come close twice for the British, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd rather win the worlds than the British, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that's it for today. Thank you, Paddy, for joining me today.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see Charlie in the next one. And thank you everyone for watching. Goodbye.